Hello, my name is Robert Fabro. We are now showing off our final project for CSE 3330, and we have called our project the Enron Rental System. So I will first show off the add functionality that I worked on. With an add, you have the ability to add customers, add vehicles. We will first add customer. I will then add myself, Robert F. And then I will have enter a random phone number of the correct length. It has to be numbers, as we have a system built to correctly format it to the database format. So we'll then insert it. And we will now go confirm that it is in fact inside the database in the customer field. Customer table, my bad. And there it is. It automatically assigned a new customer ID to me and correctly formatted the phone number. Next, I will now show off the add vehicle. Here, you can add all the information to the vehicle. The vehicle ID must be 17 characters long, as all the IDs are. We can then add the description of an Acura, a year of 2012, a type of, in this case, we will just do 1 and probably a category of 1 just to keep things simple. In the event that wrong information was entered, it will let the user know in a pop-up, but in this case, I believe we have everything entered right, so we should be able to just insert it with no problems. And it did. So we will now go check and look in the vehicle table to see that the information is in fact there. And as you can see, there is our very unusual vehicle ID with the Acura 2012 and 11 correctly added to the database. I will now pass this off to Prajval to show off the his part of the project.
Thank you, Robert. Now let's check the functionality of display. Let's get some customer information. The customer can get all the information without typing an input. If you just click submit, it will display all the information that's on the database. And user can close this window by clicking cancel. A user can just type in the customer ID, for example, and get all the information. Let's say user wants to try 210 and submit, and it will display the information related to that customer. And now let's try to get the information using the name. Let's try J Brown. Submit, and we can see all the customer ID, name, balance due of that customer J Brown. We can cancel this window. User can also get the information by using just a part of the name. Let's try BRO in this case, and submit, and this will also display the information of that customer. User can also get the information using both the first name and last name. Let's try customer ID of 210 and name of G Clarkson, and it will display the information of that customer. And if the user types in some random input that doesn't exist on the database, it will cause an error. Some random input, yeah, says it's not valid. Now I will hand over this presentation to Paula Gonzalez. She will be presenting, she will be displaying vehicle information.
Hi. So when you press the display button, you'll be able to choose to search based on the vehicle ID. So I'll press on vehicle so you'll be able to choose based on vehicle ID or vehicle description. So when you press, then press submit, and then there's all the data, the vehicle number, the vehicle description, and the daily rate you can rent it. Exit out. Then copy and paste, and so we press submit, and there's everything with that vehicle number. Press cancel. Now we'll do a vehicle description, a BMW, and press submit, and then everything with a BMW is being displayed. The vehicle number, the vehicle description, the daily rate. Press cancel, and then press cancel.
Okay, thank you, Paula. So I will be going ahead with the perform functionality. So once you click perform, you have two options, either to retrieve a rental or return a car. Let's go with return a car. So checking on the database, a user ID of 210 has, a user ID of 210 has not returned the vehicle. The vehicle ID of the system is this one. I just copied from the database, and the customer of 210 corresponds to Z Clarkson. So if I were to click Z Clarkson and click submit, so it shows me the payment due amount. So I have two options, either to cancel the payment button or go back to the pay due amount. If I click cancel, it takes me back to this screen. But if I click submit and pay the amount, it pays the amount. And but since Z Clarkson has rented multiple vehicles, this might not display on the immediate. If I click submit, it still shows $200 because he has multiple vehicle rented. So let's go ahead to retrieve a rental. So if I click retrieve a rental, so if I were to retrieve a rental, it will give me the option to enter the name, vehicle ID, and enter detail number. So let's go ahead and retrieve the same information. So if I enter this vehicle ID and the return date is 2019, 11, and 15. Her name is Z Clarkson. If I click submit, this gives me the detail of the amount. So quantity is 2, the total amount is 100, rental type is 7, and start date is this, and customer ID is to 2010. So if I click return, it takes me back to this screen, and if I could cancel, it takes me back to this screen, and it returns me back to the home screen. So that is how our GUI system works. That is all. Thank you.